The art of strategic distance. The garden of solitude. In the quiet outskirts of Frankfurt, Arthur Schopenhauer often walked alone in a small garden. He preferred silence over debate, trees over crowds, observation over argument. Many people found this strange, a philosopher known for sharp thinking, yet rarely eager to engage in intellectual battles. But Schopenhauer understood something most people discover only after years of frustration. Intelligence does not mean winning arguments. It means choosing which arguments deserve existence at all. And sometimes the smartest move is not confrontation, it is distance. Rule 4. Intelligent people recognize intellectual traps. There is a particular type of conversation that intelligent people learn to recognize instantly. It begins with a simple statement, then suddenly becomes a battlefield. Facts are ignored, logic is twisted, the goalpost moves every few minutes, and the conversation becomes endless. Schopenhauer believed these were intellectual traps, not conversations. Traps designed to exhaust reason. Because foolish people often have one advantage in debate. They are willing to ignore reality. The intelligent person is not. This creates a strange imbalance. The foolish person can invent arguments infinitely. The intelligent person must stay within truth. So the intelligent person eventually learns something critical. Not every discussion is meant to be solved. Some are designed to consume you. Story: The Merchant's Dinner. At a dinner party in Vienna, a respected lawyer found himself seated next to a man who loudly claimed that education was useless. The lawyer listened quietly. The man spoke with complete confidence. He declared that philosophers, scientists, and scholars were simply overthinkers. According to him, common sense was enough to understand everything. The lawyer could easily dismantle this claim. Years of legal reasoning and education stood behind him. But instead, he asked one question. "Tell me," the lawyer said politely, "if education is useless, why do you trust doctors when you are sick?" The man paused. For a moment, logic cracked the surface. But then the man laughed and changed the subject. The lawyer smiled. He had proven his point without entering a long argument. Because intelligent people understand something powerful. A single question can expose more truth than 100 explanations. Rule 5. Intelligent people use questions instead of arguments. Schopenhauer admired the ancient method used by philosophers like Socrates. Instead of arguing directly, they asked questions. Questions force people to confront their own contradictions. Arguments trigger defense. Questions trigger reflection. When someone says something absurd, the intelligent person does not always respond with correction. They respond with curiosity. Why do you believe that? What evidence supports that? How would that work in reality? Often the person collapses under the weight of their own logic, and when they do, the intelligent person does not celebrate. They simply remain calm, because the goal was never humiliation. The goal was clarity. Why arguing with foolish people backfires? Schopenhauer wrote extensively about the psychology of debate. He noticed that foolish people often argue not to discover truth, but to protect ego. This creates a dangerous cycle. The more evidence you present, the more threatened they feel. And the more threatened they feel, the more aggressively they defend their position. Eventually, the debate stops being about facts. It becomes about identity. And once identity enters the conversation, logic becomes powerless. The intelligent person learns to detect this moment, and once it appears, they stop pushing, because pushing harder only strengthens resistance. Rule 6. Intelligent people master emotional control. Perhaps the greatest advantage intelligent people possess is emotional discipline. Foolish people often rely on emotional chaos during debates. They interrupt, they raise their voices, they mock, they provoke. Their goal is simple: to pull the intelligent person into emotional reaction. Because once emotion takes control, clarity disappears. Schopenhauer believed that self-control is the shield of intelligence. When someone attempts to provoke you, they are not testing your knowledge, they are testing your patience. And patience is the battlefield where wisdom wins. Story: The Merchant and the Market Crowd. In a busy marketplace, a merchant was known for his calm personality. One day, a man began loudly accusing him of cheating customers. The crowd gathered. The accusations became dramatic. The merchant listened quietly. He did not shout back. He did not defend himself aggressively. He simply opened his ledger and placed it on the table. Then he returned to serving customers. The man continued shouting, but the crowd slowly lost interest because there was no conflict to watch. Eventually, the accuser left. The merchant's reputation remained intact. The lesson was simple: calmness can defeat chaos without a single argument. The secret strategy of agreement. Sometimes intelligent people do something unexpected. They agree, not because the other person is correct, but because the conversation is meaningless. Schopenhauer believed that preserving peace sometimes requires strategic agreement. Imagine someone passionately explaining a ridiculous theory. Correcting them will not change their mind, it will only create hostility. But a simple nod ends the conversation instantly. Some people call this hypocrisy. Schopenhauer called it practical wisdom, because the intelligent person understands the value of mental peace, and not every hill deserves a battle. Rule 7. Intelligent people choose their audience. Perhaps the most important strategy is this: intelligent people do not try to teach everyone. They choose their audience carefully. There are people who genuinely seek understanding. They ask questions, they listen, they think. Conversations with them are rewarding. Then there are people who only seek validation. They want agreement, not insight. Conversations with them become exhausting. Schopenhauer believed wisdom involves recognizing this difference quickly. The intelligent person invests time in minds that are open and politely withdraws from minds that are closed. The illusion of winning arguments. Society sometimes celebrates debate victories, but Schopenhauer had a different view. Winning an argument rarely changes anyone's mind. Instead, it creates resentment. The defeated person feels humiliated. Humiliation breeds resistance, and resistance strengthens their original belief. The intelligent person therefore redefines success. Success is not winning arguments. Success is preserving clarity and peace. Story: The Old Philosopher's Advice. A young student once asked an elderly philosopher, "How do I defeat foolish people in debate?" The philosopher smiled. "You do not." The student looked confused. "But they spread ignorance everywhere." The philosopher nodded. "Yes, and if you chase every foolish claim, you will spend your life fighting shadows. So what should I do?" The philosopher replied quietly, "Build a mind so clear that foolishness cannot disturb it." The real victory. Schopenhauer believed that the ultimate goal of intelligence was not dominance, it was independence. The ability to think clearly regardless of noise, the ability to remain calm regardless of chaos, and the ability to choose silence when noise demands response. This is not weakness, it is mastery. Because the most powerful mind is not the one that argues the most, it is the one that understands when argument is pointless. The next lesson. But there is one final truth about dealing with foolish people.
a truth Schopenhauer considered both tragic and liberating. You cannot eliminate stupidity from the world, but you can remove its power over your mind.